Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to tear down the leadership playbook of Rippling. This is a company that completely redefines what it means to build and scale, and to do it at a truly incredible speed. And look, this isn't just about what they build, it's all about how their leaders make it happen. So get this. In just 9 years, Rippling has launched over 25 different products. Just stop and think about that for a second. For most companies, that's a lifetime of work, not something you pull off in under a decade. It's just a staggering amount of output. And that really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Because that kind of performance doesn't happen by accident. It's the direct result of a very deliberate and, honestly, a pretty counterintuitive culture. So how on earth do they do it? Well, according to their CEO, it all starts with this one core idea: a relentless drive to push past what everyone else thinks is possible. But it's so much more than just a motivational poster about working hard. It's about having a true operating system that is fundamentally designed for speed. Okay, so let's get into the good stuff. What's so fascinating here is how Rippling just throws out the management advice you've probably heard your entire career. They've figured out where the conventional wisdom is actually a trap, and they've built their own playbook from the ground up. All right, let's start with a big one. It's this classic idea that a good leader's main job is to delegate. It's pretty much management 101 as you move up the ladder. Right. We're always told to trust our teams, stay out of the weeds, empower people, and then just get out of the way. But Rippling sees a huge trap here. It's the risk of delegating away your own understanding of the business. So instead of just delegating from on high, they have this core value: go and see. As a leader, it's not enough to read a summary or look at a dashboard. It is your job, your direct responsibility to go to the source, to feel the customer's pain yourself, and to truly understand what's happening on the ground. And this just nails the idea perfectly. A C-level executive digging into one single Jira ticket, that's not micromanagement. It's a deep commitment to understanding the actual work. A VP doing customer support tasks every week, that's not a waste of their time. It's how they stay connected to the real-world friction in their product. It's all about refusing to delegate away knowledge. Okay, let's move on to the next myth, because this builds on the last one. It's that idea that real focus means doing just one thing at a time. Taking these small, incremental steps forward. I love this slide because it lays it all out. The standard playbook is all about ruthless prioritization and tiny, incremental gains from A/B tests. But Rippling's approach is totally different. They believe the real magic comes from building multiple products in parallel that create this powerful, integrated system. And they push their teams to make bold, game-changing bets. And this is the critical point. They believe that if you just rely on these small, safe tests, you are guaranteeing that you will never have a real breakthrough. So as leaders, they're constantly pushing their teams, asking, how can we make this a massive leap forward? They force everyone to bet bigger. All right, let's hit the last myth. And this might be the biggest one of all because it's so baked into our professional culture. It's the idea that patience is a virtue. Now look, of course, respect and collaboration are crucial, but Rippling believes that the word patience can quickly become a very comfortable excuse for slow, lazy execution. So they've replaced it with something way more powerful: productive impatience. So you might be thinking, it's easy to say be urgent, right? But how do you actually make that a real day-to-day thing for thousands of people? How do you weave urgency into the actual language of the company? Well, here's their secret weapon. It's a super simple 4-letter acronym: MMDD. For absolutely any task, any project, any question, anyone at any level can ask, what's the MMDD? What's the exact month and date this will be done? That simple question just vaporizes ambiguity and forces a real commitment. You see, MMD isn't just about setting a deadline. It's a cultural tool. It forces clear ownership. It encourages people to stop waiting around when they're blocked and to go find a solution right now. And maybe most importantly, it creates crystal clear accountability. There are no fuzzy, soonish timelines. There's just a date. And this Slack message shows you what that culture looks like in the wild. Notice, this isn't the CEO coming down from on high. This is one employee holding another one accountable, just pushing for clarity and for closure. The MMD culture empowers everyone to drive the business forward. It's not just the leader's job to chase things down. It's literally everyone's responsibility. So what does this all add up to? If you're a leader, how can you take these ideas and actually apply them to your own team, your own company?
I think the biggest takeaway here has nothing to do with HR software. It's about the machine that builds the machine. It's about the underlying operational engine that's driving all their success. It's a system, it's a set of principles that any leadership team can learn from.
So here it is, the whole thing in a nutshell. These three principles, go and see, bet bigger, and drive urgency with the MMD, they're not just slogans. They form a really powerful operating system. It's a ready-made framework for any leader who wants to build a culture of speed, accountability, and real ambition in their own organization. And that brings us to a final thought. We live in a world that often rewards being careful and patient. But Rippling's incredible success really asks us a tough question. As a leader, when you look at your own team, at your own goals, where could a little more of that productive impatience unlock your team's true potential?